What's up, it's your boy Rob, the Aftershock. And I'm on this video talking about how I was thrown out of the Monroe Hospital. So, my mother recently had a lower bowel obstruction and had to have surgery or whatever. I'll talk about that in a whole nother video. But we were at the hospital about 3 or 4 days in, the day I got kicked out. And there was a CNA in there, and my mother was wanting to take a shower. And I asked her, is there something we can get to cover her IV? She'll be like, okay, I'll be back in a second. 30 minutes later, I'm sitting here holding the handheld device, and I push the button, and the girl gets on there, hey, how can I help you? And I told her that, asked the CNA, whatever, 30 minutes ago. But it was more to that than that. But in the middle of my sentence, she just said, okay, I'll send a nurse in, thank you, and hung up on me. While I was still talking, didn't even stop talking. So I got pissed off. I threw the handheld device. Went out to the nurse's station, the 4th floor nurse's station, and I flipped. And it was like, I need to calm down. And I really raised hell. And they was like, we're going to have to call security. I was like, you call fucking security. And I walked back to the room when they did that. But security come to the room. We were told that you were threatening the hospital staff. I'm like, I'm not threatening nobody. I talked to them in an elevated tone, but I didn't threaten nobody. I was like, well, you need to come and leave the room, leave the hospital. I'm like, I'm not going nowhere. And then the older guy, he said something that I took as shit talking. So I walked up. I was walking up to him. And he pulled out his little taser gun, like the little police shoes to shoot out the little prongs that electrocute you. And he's like, you need to calm down. I'm like, fine, all in my mama's room, because, and if it was to shoot me, he was to shoot her too, because her foot's right there beside my leg. Like, standing. Anyways, he's like, well, we're going to call Monroe PD. I'm like, you call the police. I don't give a fuck. So they walked out and whatever. In between the time that the police got there and this situation, I heard somebody was telling me, or I overheard them out in the hall something, that nobody would come in as long as I'm in the room. So I walk out of the room, I see them all in a circle, and I explained, I was told that nobody would come in there as long as I'm in there, so I'm leaving and going to another floor until this blows over. Security, the same dude who pulled the little thing out and pointed at me, we're not going nowhere till you leave the hospital, or nobody's going in the room till I left the hospital. I'm like, I'm not leaving the fucking hospital, that's my mama. And they just turned his head, and I was like, and you don't need to be doing security if you can't handle your job without pulling out that little pussy weapon. And so, got pissed off about that. But remember, it is a felony to hit any healthcare worker, even security. So, and when he said that, or when I said that, he walked up to me and was like, I've spent 30 years in law enforcement. I sent 3 men to Jesus. I ain't afraid to send a 4th. I wanted to hit him. But I didn't. He walked away. And the other one, he was just looking like he wanted to say something. I was like, what you looking at? And he's like, I ain't looking at nothing. I was like, well, you need to turn the other motherfucking direction. He was like, I ain't got to do shit. Or he didn't say that. He's like, I ain't got to do nothing. And I walked up to him till our stomachs touched, and I looked at him in his eyes, and I was like, if it wasn't a felony to hit you, I'd knock your ass out on this goddamn floor right now. I walked back into the room. 10 minutes later, Monroe PD shows up. They're talking about, well, security's trying to get you to leave, but you're not wanting to leave. I was like, this is my mom, I'm not leaving. And, and I won't, whatever. So they went back out and talked to security, whatever. And they came back in and it was like, well, they're refusing to do any type of health care until, which I thought was illegal, which I think it is, but they're just trying to scare me, which I'm thinking about doing a lawsuit. But they claimed they wouldn't go and do any type of health care as long as I'm in the building whatsoever. I was like, well, I guess I'll go. And so I had 4 or 5 of the 5 or 6 cops that walked up there to the 4th floor, rode the elevator, whatever. They rode with me down the elevator out to and watched me get in the car, made sure I got in the car and left. I was pissed off. I was a pissed off dude like that. I mean, I was genuinely pissed off. And that's how I was pretty much thrown out of the hospital for basically trying to get them to do their goddamn job or do it efficiently. Anyway, never dealt with that because she ended up going to Charlotte first, then going leaving, coming back to the house and going back to Matthews. But with the Charlotte and the Matthews hospitals, nowhere near any type of waiting. Not nowhere that long. I mean, I understand there's other people on the floor, but not having to wait 30 minutes for something that takes 5 minutes at the most. But I don't know. That's my video on how I got thrown out of the hospital in Monroe, North Carolina. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If not, then give it a thumbs down. You guys have a good day.